Well, world, let's talk about the biological white teacher who pretends to be a black woman. Her name is Rachel Dolezal, and whose married name, surname was changed to Rachel Moore, whose now legal last name is actually Diallo. Well, Rachel Dolezal, the white woman and famous for claiming to be black, was fired over having an OnlyFans account. She appeared in 2015 interview on NBC, and Rachel Dolezal, the white woman and former National Association for the Advancement of Colored People chapter president, who again pretended to be a black woman, she was fired from that, the NAACP. She then claimed that after that firing and the discovery of her actually being a biological white woman, that she could not gain employment. And so she had to get on food stamps, according to her, or actually had to get on social media sites such as porn or become a TV reality star. That was her story. However, fast forward to her employment, her recent employment. She became employed at this school called the Catalina Foothills School District as an after-school instructor, but was just recently let go due to the fact they found out her account on OnlyFans, a social media subscription platform that caters to adult content. Now, this woman has twice been discovered to be fake. And let's start with her identity and then start with her ethics of wanting to go to, again, teaching students. She should have just stuck to what she was doing on the social media site. You go figure. Anyway, the fact that she pretends to be a black woman, despite, people later finding out that she was actually a black woman, a white woman who's pretending to be a black woman, she still pretended to identify as a black woman. Although, again, her parents are both of European descent and actually exposed her. Just fast forward to now, she is an artist, and she just paint this more mural. And the mural, she says she painted, she painted the mural which depicts Josephine Bill Wilson Bruce, who's a black women's rights activist from the late 1800s and early 1900s, and was a multicultural historical figure who was only perceived as white. So, the moral of this story, I just want to know, that's why I titled The Truth, the Fake Black Teacher, is just quite interesting because this woman, Dolezal, believe that race is a social construct. Again, she termed, I believe, the term social construct to something that reads transracial. So my question remains, is it just that easy that if we want to jump into someone, change our hair and the complexion of our skin, that we can just term ourselves, despite our biological roots, into another race? The fact, again, that her legal name is actually Nkechi Amare Diallo, and which is a Nigerian Igbo name that was shortened to mean the gift of God, shows the arrogance of, I would say, Ms. Dolezal, whose a.k.a. last name was Moore, married name was Moore, and I guess after the divorce, she then changed the name to the legal name, Diallo. So the question remains, is she a fraud? According to her parents, just take a look at this.
She's clearly blonde-haired and blue-eyed.
Nothing about being white describes who I am.
Rachel Dolezal was born to two Caucasian parents, but over the years, she's changed the way she looks, and her story is igniting outrage, offense, and a national conversation on race and ethnicity. But she's firing back, saying she identifies as black. In an interview with MSNBC's Melissa Harris Perry,
I have really gone there with the experience in terms of being a mother of 2 Black sons and really owning what it means to experience and live Blackness.
Even as a white child growing up in Montana, she says she's identified as Black, but was conditioned not to own it.
From a very young age, felt I don't know if it's spiritual, visceral, just very instinctual connection with Black is beautiful.
She says as a child, she preferred to draw pictures of herself using a brown crayon instead of a peach one. But her parents tonight say that's not true.
This did not happen.
Not at that early age.
This is a fabrication because we were very in touch with our children as they were growing up. I was a stay-at-home mom. I was in touch with the teachers at school when she went to elementary school. This just simply didn't happen. She didn't ever draw herself as an African American.
They say she's as white as they are.
It's alarming that Rachel continues to make false statements and have no acknowledgement that she has been doing that, and it's become an issue.
The way she styles her hair, what some see as the tan in her skin, and her deep dive into Black academia have many tonight suggesting she's an ethnic fraud. Here she is speaking at a civil rights rally.
Like Maya Angelou says, through all of the struggle, through all of the pain, we still rise.
Are you a con artist? I don't think so.
She walked away from the NAACP Monday, resigning from her leadership position in Spokane. Colleagues, co-workers, and many others in the Black community are saying her explanations aren't enough.
Your actions speak much louder than your words. If you didn't want to be a liability to the cause, you would have came clean from the beginning. You would have told the truth from the beginning, and people would have accepted her.
The controversy blew up when she was caught on camera, unable to answer a simple question. Was she Black or white?
Are you African American?
I don't understand the question of, I did tell you that, yes, that's my dad. And he was unable to come in January.
Are your parents, are they white?
She certainly has lived the Black experience doing graduate study at historically Black Howard University and teaching Africana studies at a college part-time, where she gave lectures about Black hair.
When it comes to hair is for Black women much more than just an aesthetic, much more than just an accoutrement or an appearance or a style.
She's a talented artist, and much of her work centers on the struggles of people of color. Some of her pieces sell for over $10,000, paintings seen here in this video.
We don't have any gender diversity, age diversity, or ethnicity diversity. This is what we have. We have older white men on our currency. So what does that do to us as an image? It's part of art history. How does it affect us psychologically?
Her reputation for being down with the cause is what led Chantel Monsey to write a profile of Dolezal last February for her college paper. And some of the answers were rather surprising.
She did tell me that she was born in a teepee in Montana and that Jesus Christ was the witness on her birth certificate because she was not born in a hospital.
Tonight, she's having to explain this story too.
Yes, they were living in a teepee and were building the house when I was actually born.
Even more details her parents say aren't real.
She did not grow up in a teepee. It's become a pattern. It's become a habit for her, perhaps to misrepresent us as backward or something like that.
It's very concerning.
We're just hoping that the day comes when Rachel will face these personal issues she has with her identity and her integrity. And I believe that would be the beginning then of a new chapter in her life.
There was an ironic moment on her long road to Blackness. In a lawsuit filed in 2002 when she was then known as Rachel Moore and was a graduate student at Howard University, she accused the historically Black school of discriminating against her, claiming that the removal of her artwork was motivated by a discriminatory purpose to favor African American students. The lawsuit was dismissed. She now says she's transracial in the way some are transgendered, a comparison that many transgender activists say is ridiculous, explaining that their situation is not a choice.
That is not the reality of Rachel Dolezal. Her Blackness is a performance, and our transness is our identity. It's who we are. And we're quite often persecuted for living unapologetically in that truth.
Back home in Spokane tonight, civil rights workers Dolezal once led are saying she's still lying.
That's my concern. Don't lie. Tell the truth.
This morning, I was at the level of anger that I didn't even want this woman to even land back in Spokane and even step foot in our city, because I felt like not only did she single-handedly put a divide across the nation about race and gender and just all these things, all these conversations that have been had.
On MSNBC, she said she understands the anger, especially from Black women.
I would probably be enraged. I'd be like, what the, this person, how dare she? They don't know me.
She says she's lived the life and knows who she is, no matter what anyone else thinks.